Hey, good evening and welcome another episode of GZ Sports. We are boy Jackson Bryan and here with Randy Savage and the host of the show, Fry, is back.
Hey
Vamos.
guys, what's up? Five is back. Vamos, vamos.
All right, we're talking about some, but we can't really say that over the when we're live now, the monetization or everything. But Fry, how has Florida been? I hear that people are actually tangled with kangaroos and fighting giant spiders. It's not just us.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the pre-banter before, Florida has been Floridering. You see the memes about the Florida man and what's going on over here. It's true. You know, crooks and those stuff are just bare white people. So yeah, I can't even say what I want to say because it's very gruesome over here. But
Mm.
I just want to let everybody know that Jamaica is not the center of the sun. Florida is the center of the sun. I just want to let you guys know that. Yeah. So that's it.
All right. Hear that stuff next time you go away? Florida is where you should be.
No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm honestly all right. It's fine. I don't think that's a good idea.
Uh, anyway, Fry, you're here, it's your chance to just take over. We take a back seat and just nuke it out on our own.
All right. All right. So our first topic, Jamaica had a wonderful match against Honduras on Sat- Saturday night, Friday night. Yeah. And I want to hear how you guys feel about that match. If you saw it or even cared to watch Jamaica play any football, because we know it's draining more while. All right.
It is, it is. And tell you what, it's funny because before I was watching the game, I had to find out some pirate site to watch it on. I was like, when England is playing Sweden or France at Old Trafford or Wembley, BBC showing it. I couldn't find it on any local station, but found it to watch it anyway. Wasn't gonna pay 5,000 to watch Jamaica. Never, nah. Them Gold Cup. Nah, I'm not of that. But yeah, no. Look, the team. Look, it started out good. The first goal wasn't offside by Decordova Reid. The rep linesman, I think he has myopia or something. Um, but after that, they just fell off. Like people want to try and class the performance differently, even with Whisper, Bijan Richards, who's to be in Chelsea in about a month's time. Um, he wasn't really up to like he doesn't look up to the level, and if you can't be up to the level against Honduras, then bad news. But I think he'll join that loan brigade at Chelsea just like Tariq Lamptey did, right? And look, people don't even talk about him anymore. Like as a he's starting as a focal point. Everybody knows him as a nine is just like Rashad as a nine. They're already useless, and you put them there, it's even worse. So he had one good moment when he cut in on his left foot, which is his trademark, hit the post. But then they have to be saved by the greatest player in the world, Amari Gray. He's gone to the greatest league in the world in Saudi Arabia. Um, and he had to save them. He had to bail them out yet again. It's his third goal for the country. And one thing I must say, right, and I have to ask Sav this because he's a master when it comes to in the defensive third. But why the hell does when we have the ball, when it's Pinnock or Lowe or Bernard or whoever around the back, it has to be a long ball because no midfielder wants to show themselves for it. Like I'm fed up of that. I am fed up of that.
Okay, so the issue with Jamaica's team, right, that I've been saying in the past and I'm going to continue to say until it's fixed, is that defensively we're playing like Burnley. And I don't mean in the good sense that no one can score a goal. I mean in the bad sense that as we see the ball is like our defenders don't have any composure. They just smack it upfield. Right. No, as you said, no midfielders are dropping back to help. I think they believe this is some sort of a red stripe Super Premier League, or maybe they think that this is Kings League, PK's competition. But I just don't understand it. In the defense, in Jamaica, I should say, sorry, it is almost as if the players believe that there's no helping out in other positions. I have never seen a attacker run back and defend for Jamaica. I've never seen midfielders run back into the defense unless it's like a corner or something, right? The defenders, quite frankly, they're just playing like how we play street ball. For those who don't know, you see the Brazilians playing on the roads. That's basically what we do, right? It's almost like that. You just get the ball as the defender. There's nowhere to go, so you kick the ball upfield, hoping an attacker gets it. It's like that's how they're playing, and it's just so bizarre because in a lot of the situations we actually do have time on the ball. No, I'm not saying to hold up play long enough to get pickpocketed and then I'm not saying hold up play long enough to get pickpocketed and then get fuck. Sorry, my brain is lagging.
Okay, I'll add a little positivity because, yeah, uh, well, first I want to say the match, as it relates to the quality of the football, it was poor from most of the minutes. Both sides, Honduras and Jamaica, couldn't string some balls together. But what we did see was a little tweak in the formation because we know we hate 4-4-2, the stupid English, long ball spamming. We hate 4-4-2. So we saw, I was going to call Halgrimson Ten Hag for a minute there. Sorry about that. We saw Halgrimson
Same
use,
thing.
yeah, same thing, 4-4-3. And he used, he pulled back that guy on the left and thing. But I'm trying to say that Whisper, as it relates to Whisper, he's definitely not the finished quality. He's not the finished product, but he does. You can see why he's important to Jamaica and important enough to even catch the eyes of Chelsea, right? He's definitely not. I would not say um, he'll reach the top of football and become some of the greats, but he has the quality to reach a level that most Jamaican players will never reach, to be honest,
And
right? And
But let's be honest, who do
yeah,
Chelsea not buy? Chelsea kind of
uh,
buy everybody.
yeah, but I would say that him going to Chelsea, I think he could have been to another club as well, but Chelsea will spend crazy money, so he went there. He went to multiple trials in England, but yeah, my point is that what we've seen of Whisper just luck and moments of brilliance. We haven't really seen any consistent football from him, and I don't think we should put the pressure on him for him to be this immense footballer because you can see Leon Bailey is not even performing to the standard that he should be. But overall, we do see that the team is trying to put passes together and trying to make things happen. The long ball is horrible to watch at times, but sometimes it works. Sometimes it work, and we win the match. We never deserve to lose, so that's good. And Algrimson get away another day, so that's good. So we win the match. Whenever if we lose against Honduras, we cry, but we're good now. You see, all right.
okay, well,
So
I like the point that you made there, Jack. Sorry, Fry. That Whisper is certainly not the finished product right now. While he's no Messi or João Felix or anything like that, he still is young. That's what we have to understand. He is young, and he can be molded into something that he can be molded into a dangerous weapon at the disposal of Chelsea FC. Now, as you said, it's just been a lot of luck on his part. You know, he got a goal in the Gold Cup and everything, but I'd like to hope that there's more to come from this player, especially as you said, a lot of Jamaicans won't ever get the chances that he's getting right now. Right, Bailey has been subpar at best, to be honest with you, as you rightfully said, and the one highlight has been Demari Gray. It's recently transferred to the Saudi Pro League, so I guess the Saudi Pro League has added another blistering talent to its catalogue of already impressive players. But yes, he's possibly been Jamaica's best player in recent history. And I know that's crazy considering that he's barely had like 6 games, but Demari Gray is something special. And I'll stick to that.
I have one more question to ask you guys. What do you think about the captain, Damian Lowe? Because he's definitely a controversial centre back. And I want to know what you guys think about his game. If you notice anything unique about it.
Listen, I tell you what, um, Damian Lowe, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but it might come off as such. But
Jesus Christ.
Playing Damian Lowe is just like playing Harry Maguire. And I don't mean that in a horrible way.
Wow.
mean, I mean, you look
That
at
is the worst thing you
no,
could say.
shut up. You look at Pinnock, you look at Bernard, you look at Toby when he was in the squad, right? Those are players who are like their passing ability is good, like a Martinez, like a Saliba, like a Ruben Diaz, like a Stones. But Lowe can't do that. He can't pass. He's good in the air. He's quick, so he has that over Harry. But you can do better. You know that there's better there, but you use him for some goddamn reason no one knows. Right? I have no problem with Damian Lowe. I don't think he should be captain when Andre Blake's not there. I think you should give that to either Pinnock or you have to give it to another senior player. Right now, we need a midfielder. If we have a midfielder, then you give it to them. But I don't think Lowe is the best we can have in the defense. As I've said it like um for before the Gold Cup, I would have played a back three and Lowe wouldn't be there. I mean, if there was a fully fit Liam Moore, I'd play him. I'd play Pinnock and I'd play Jamoy Tofi or Deshaun Bernard. I just don't have faith in Damian Lowe. When he's on the ball, it's literally, and I've watched United for the last 4 years. It's just like Maguire. I'm like, what the hell is he gonna do?
Maguire's been at United for
Okay.
4 years.
Yeah, 1920 season. That's when we bought him. It's been 4 years.
You're lying, bro.
Yeah, time flies when you're sitting on the bench.
Damn. Well, I mean, personally, it seems like just the other day. I remember when we first signed him, and in that match when he wrestled, was it Harry Kane off the ball, passed it through in his debut.
It was Tammy,
It was Tammy
Tammy
wrestled,
Abraham.
wrestled him off the ball, passed it through in his debut, and he laid up. And it was the start to a brilliant build up to a goal, and everyone is like, "Yes, Harry Kane." Sorry, Harry Maguire. I mean, they're the same type of player though, except that Maguire actually has trophies. Um,
Who's got one
Uh,
trophy, bro?
but
all
yes,
right, all right.
Damian Lowe though. On the topic of Damian Lowe, he's a solid defensive half, right? Like I'm not going to give him as much stick because you know, um, should he be captain when there is no Andre Blake? I don't see why not. Like there's no other person really and truly there that is of his quality or of his caliber. So I mean, in taking over at least maybe Lawrence Taxi, but maybe he's the only one.
Season like
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. So our next thing, we had a great match today, FIBA, the finals, Germany versus Serbia. Yeah, what you guys think about that?
yeah, well, I'll let Self kick off with this one. I have a lot to say about it.
Basketball, right?
Baloncesto.
Baloncesto. What did Noah Lyles say? Can't be world champions if you're playing against yourselves. Can't be world champions if you're playing against yourselves. And now it's funny because he got a lot of backlash. A lot of people saying, "Oh, you're not really American. I wish you lose your races." Hell, hey, at least he knows how to win something. Guys, y'all lost. Y'all didn't even get third. How can y'all call yourself the world champions for winning a league in a singular country? At this point, um, should City be known as the world champions for winning the Premier League?
Yeah, it's not Argentina, man. It's Man City.
You get me, right? And the team that wins that wins today, I'm not sure if it started yet, but I know about the US story. They are world champions. You aren't. You guys are champions of America. Y'all are the National Basketball American. Sorry, you're the National Basketball Association champions from the US. You're not the world champions, and I think that's what they need to get into their soft shell brains filled with bullets and bullets in schools and everything like that. You all need to get that in your heads
Why?
that y'all are world champions unless y'all actually are the best at something in the world. You know, England has the best league, but they aren't world champions, are they?
I mean, if they could be, I think a lot of people would be happy.
Exactly. And that's just the point. Y'all are not world champions. Jackson, that's all I really want to say. So go
Listen,
on.
listen, all I'm saying is I watched the NBA last season, and there was a certain Dylan Brooks who's Canadian who said LeBron James is old, and people were attacking him, saying, "Oh, he's disrespectful." I mean, yeah, because there wasn't somebody from Houston who looked at LeBron and said, "You know, you played alongside my father. That's not old, right? You didn't play two generations. That's not old." That same Dylan Brooks came out and showed the hell out against America to the drop in 39. Condemning them to no medals. Germany won, which is great for that. Shout out to Daniel Tice. I really like that player. But man, I mean, when they said world champions and I saw they lost by one, I mean, the amount of Noah Lyles. I've seen Noah Lyles more than my own picture. I tell you that for free. I've seen Noah Lyles' face more than my own throughout the last 24 hours, and only gotten worse. Like, it's it's sad, man. They're the guys who created basketball and they can't win it on the international scene. It's funny. Really is funny. Mm, really is funny. But if you guys don't mind, I'll just want a quick question I need to actually ask you guys. You know it's September, right? And normally in Jamaica we do have a certain football tournament, right, for schools, right? When we were there, we know what happens, right? Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it started on when did it start? Yes, was it Saturday? Yesterday, yeah. Started yesterday, right? The Manning Cup hasn't kicked off yet. The Manning Cup, where if you guys want to know the differences, Manning Cup is for rural, was it urban areas, and the Costa Cup is for rural areas. The Manning Cup kicked off only one game. JC Jamaica College beat Tivoli 2-0. But I was going through some of the groups, and some of these groups are really difficult. Like not the one we're in, right? I'll go through them quickly, right? In Zone A, you got Calabar, Camperdown, Charlie Smith, Hydel, Kingston College, and Penwood. It's like Champions League Group F, and you just throw in Swindon City in there. Like what the hell? Like for real, Penwood's gonna get absolutely hammered every day. It's not even a joke, man. And
Yeah, they should definitely be on suicide watch after that, because that's crazy. Gonna get like 7-0 every match.
exactly.
Yeah,
I have to shout out Camperdown because they laid to rest their goalkeeper yesterday. He got some injury in training, and that ultimately led to his passing. I still need to know what injury he got so I can avoid it next time I'm playing football.
Wait,
yeah.
But
Rest in
what?
peace. Rest in peace.
Wait, what happened?
yeah, so he got some injury in training. It was all over the news last night. The funeral was. He was laid to rest yesterday. McCarthy. He was the goalkeeper. And the season for them starts on the 11th, Monday. So, yeah, no time to grieve. Just go out and play ball.
No said no time to grieve. Oh my goodness,
No
Jackson.
time to grieve, bro. There's no time to grieve. But yeah, that's
They
what
they have to win it for him, man. Have to win the match for him. You know.
they got to win the whole thing. Got to win the whole thing. You're going to see the keeper run up at half line, and then they're going to take a half line shot, and you're just going to see get blocked on the line. You're going to say, what the? But you know he's there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, but
talking
Group
about
B,
ghost world.
Group B, as you know, JC's there, Cumberland High, Kingston Technical, Meadowbrook, Spanish Town, and Tivoli. This is like a regular Man City group draw in the Champions League. Nobody of note to test them. Um, Group C, it's just rubbish. Fucking rubbish. Denham Town, Dunoon, Eltham, Greater Portmore, Haile Selassie, Jonathan Grant. This is equivalent to putting Bournemouth, Burnley, Coventry City, and Leighton Orient in a group. You don't know who's winning, and you're not watching one single game there. Um, Group C's got Group D's got Bridgeport, Cedar Grove, Cloncarty, Excelsior, Stats, and Tarrant, which I think that's an okay. It's kind of cool. You
Easy Excelsior win.
might see a couple of games, you know. Group E, Edith Dalton, Holy Trinity, which were once a powerhouse back when we were in school. Innswood High, Mona High, Norman Manley, St. Catherine, and St. Mary's College. Then you go to another Man City group. Group F with Arden, Campion, Jose Marti, Pembroke Hall, Waterford, and St. George's College. We know George is just going to walk this entire group. But I have to say, Campion does have a they have a really
I
good
don't actually think so, you know.
Campion have a good coaching staff and a good team. So I will say they're not horrible.
You've forgotten about Jose Marti. Jose Marti actually is not a bad team whatsoever.
Yeah, it's still Bertie's coaching judges. I can't rule them out, bro. Can't do it. And then it goes to our group, our alma mater, the final group with Wolmer's in Group G. And we got Vauxhall, St. Jago, Papine, Ascot, and Donald Quarry. So I see two teams we're going to have to batter. Because I'm telling you now, that game against Donald Quarry, I've marked that calendar. I know where the field is. I'm going there, right? I'm not paying either to get in. I'm going to that game. I'm going to see DQ get about 9-0 from Wolmer's.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I think you should pay still, but yeah, well, let's go.
Paid.
No, we're
Yeah.
all for free this year. What the hell do you mean,
I'm
FI?
not paying. Anyway, but no,
What? You know what freeness bring? No, brother.
Bro,
Yeah.
don't even bring that up here. Don't even bring that up here.
All right.
No. Speak out against authority. We steal when we can.
bro,
We're Robin,
it's my
we're
butt.
Robin Hood,
I
but only
don't
for
have to
ourselves.
jump in there. I can just go to the match and just walk in. Hell, I have a press match. I can walk in that way. But no, on all seriousness, um, we made it to the quarterfinals. That is Woolman's last year. Kingston College, undoubted winners. They had Dejon Richards last year. Um, KC changed their coaching staff. Their coach has gone to Jamaica College as an assistant. Uh, this is a question that has to tug your heartstrings. And I'm not asking about anybody else, just the school we went to at Wolmer's. Is there any chance we win the Manning Cup? Because I'm telling you now, I have no idea when was the last time we lifted that trophy.
It probably was
2000.
1835.
18. Man's going to when Tottenham won a trophy.
Huh.
Oh
I
my
mean, in
God.
all
Yeah.
fairness, though, there's always a chance, with us being Wolmers. But as I've said in the past, and I'll continue saying until I see a change, the mentality of the team itself, and around the school is not one to be exactly proud of. I don't see us winning this. I'd probably expect the usuals like JC and other teams to really make their mark this year on the tournament. Um, Charlie Smith, always a pleasure to have them, the little dirty bastards. Um, you have other schools as well. Stats is one to watch, in my opinion. George is as usual. Casey, as you said, Camperdown after the tragic passing of the goalkeeper, which I didn't know about until now, actually. So it's kind of surprising. Still, I'm expecting war this year for the Manning Cup, and I'm looking forward to every single game. Even the groups that you said we not to watch, there could be some surprising emergers. Kind of like a Leeds United story.
Man. I was going to go through the Costa Cup, but that would take too much time, bro. There's like 15 groups over there. I'm not getting into that. I don't know why there's so many groups and none of the good ballers ever come from that side. I will never understand it. I just want schoolboy football to go to a league format like how England of the four tiers. Because I have no reason to watch Wolmer's playing DQ when you know Wolmer's is at that class and DQ is like way down here, even below Bournemouth. Like seriously, man. Like
Yeah.
they need a tier list so we can watch actual good games.
Yeah.
We can work
All
on that.
right. Since we're on the crunch for time, we're gonna speed to the next topic. The English giant, the Englishman himself, Bellingham, has become the new hero of Real Madrid. What you guys think about that?
That's only facts. That's only facts at this point. Madrid has been synonymous with Bellingham, as has he with Madrid. It's just one of those relationships. It's kind of like Pedri and Barcelona. when you look at Barcelona right now, he's the absolute face of the entire team. And it's similar with Bellingham and the Real Madrid. Like as a Barcelona fan, I only watch the matches to see if Bellingham can continue his form. And I've always only been impressed by this player. He's one of the only players that I can ever say that has garnered 100 million price tag, and I can say for sure that hell, maybe he deserved a little bit more. Maybe he deserved to go for a little bit more. That's just how
Wow.
good. No, for real, that's how just how good Bellingham
Yeah,
is as
bro.
a
I
player,
mean,
and that's how good he
Zeta was
has.
100 mil. You have to compare.
Anthony was 100 mil, and right now he's on for sex charges. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
know what you want me to say.
That's same old same. It happens to every Man U player, bro. Like,
yeah, brother. Like if you play right wing for Manchester United, you're bound to have a charge. I mean, Giggs, Marshall, Ronaldo, Greenwood, and you just have to play right wing, bro. Look at Sancho. He's not had a charge, but he's in the shit. That's it. You just have to play right wing. You need problems, man. Beckham, come on. It's just a right wing thing.
yeah, the curse of the right wing.
Makes sense.
Mm. But on to Bellingham though. Kid from Birmingham turning over bloody Madrid. Never would have heard that in your life. That a kid that was 16 years old and playing for Birmingham City would be Madrid's best player in 4 years. John, Madrid fall. Anyway, um, no, but for real, I didn't know he had this goal scoring locker. I know kind of almost everything else from when he was at Borussia Dortmund, the physicality, the range of passing, the tackling, everything. I didn't know he had a goal scoring locker, but it looks like Ancelotti found his new Fede Valverde in terms of goals from the midfield. Maybe Valverde plays nine. Who knows? He plays them everywhere. Um, but look, if Real Madrid win the La Liga this season, it's gonna be down to Bellingham because they didn't get Mbappe. They won't get Mbappe until next season anyway, and it's gonna be him. I mean, Vinicius is out for. I think he's only out for 2 more weeks now. So after this next game week, he'll be back afterwards. But right now, Bellingham is in charge. I mean, look, we spelled his name right. The new Bernabeu got it wrong.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I love Bellingham as well. He's an English player. Yeah, I love him. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
to
Number
honestly,
22.
English, as you say English, don't mean to cut you, Fred. Um, I hear rumors Southgate's gonna leave after the Euros. As an English fan,
I've heard
I
those as
really
well.
need to get that opinion. Southgate's gone after 2024.
I
I
mean, it
have a
would be.
love-hate relationship with Southgate. So it his football and his ball sense is so unbelievably hard to watch. His the choices he makes, it hurt Ed and it disappointing. But somehow he has proved to show that it works. He went to semifinals and quarterfinals, and he went to a Euros final. It shouldn't be happening based on the choices he's making with the quality he has in the English side. But if he leaves, I don't know who is going to be able to take over. So that is
Scott
really,
Parker.
really where I'm struggling.
Maybe
Scott
Potter,
Parker.
maybe Graham Potter.
Yeah, I was thinking Graham Potter.
Nah,
Scott
Scott
Parker.
Parker's my. It has to. Has to be, or else I'm not watching any games.
Listen, I
Um,
don't know. I'm hearing reports that England want to get Guardiola. I'd be happy with that. I would be absolutely happy with that because that just means
to
Harry
Oh
Maguire doesn't
no,
play
poor
for England.
Calvin Phillips will never get a game again.
You know,
yeah,
some players just not gonna ever play for England again, and it will be for the better. Let's be honest, it will be for the better.
yeah, for sure, for sure. We can finally retire Harry Maguire if he
Exactly.
leaves. You know.
Get some
Yeah.
bloody shit.
Yeah, so that's good, I guess, but it's scary to think what's going to happen next with our English side that really was under uprise in a way, really had a level of quality that people are really excited about. So yeah, Bellingham is there, big man. We start wearing number 5 now, so that's it's going to take some getting used to. But
Zidane's number.
yeah, the English Zidane.
That was Gas.
Beckham, they were yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Let's move on to another topic. Messi scores a hat trick of free kicks. No, that didn't happen. Messi scores a free kick again. Yes. What you guys think about that impressive free kick Messi scored?
Bro, at this point, it's just let's
Before
just call
before
them
you go,
penalties.
stuff. Before you go, stuff. Hang on. Just if you can just read that ticker that's going across the screen before you.
All right, more free kick goals than XQC has saved. For
Yo,
those who don't know, that's referencing the charity match, the Sideman charity match. Yeah,
Man, it
yeah,
reminded me of the hair against Liverpool, bro.
man, for real.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me tell you, KT got a 0.3 rating in that match. I didn't even know it went that low.
Bro, I can't listen. He let in 8 goals, but had a 91% pass accuracy. Don't ask me what he was doing that whole match, bro. Don't ask me.
Bro, that was crazy.
And Speed still
Yeah.
can't score a goal, man.
Speaking of that
It's,
penalty and a tapping, ironically, two of what his favorite players known for scoring, and he missed both of them.
Man,
if I genuinely believe if Speed scored, World Hunger would have ended, but you know
real
the powers that be stopped it, so that wasn't gonna happen. You know.
you just said
Yeah.
World Hunger would have ended if Speed.
That would have ended racism right there.
Yeah, you remember it's a charity match, so they're donating for charity. If Speed scored and did the Sue, War Hunger would have ended for sure, man. Sue, yeah,
Bro,
Like, like,
yeah.
like,
he's a
like the
make a wish.
whiplash of everybody jumping in that stadium and saying "Sue" would have shaked the London Stadium, kind of like how Morocco shook. I'm sorry, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna make
yeah,
that
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Wow,
I'm not gonna
wow.
make that joke.
Bro,
I'm
we
not
can
going to
take
make that
shots
joke.
at America, but no one else.
How dare you take shots at Morocco, bro? The African giants. That's horrible.
The African
Yeah,
giants, they're not
yeah.
too down for earthquakes, are they?
Let's talk about
Yeah. So the Messi free kick, yeah.
Mm.
You have any? Why it's just routine for Messi to score free kicks again? It's like penalties when you see Messi have a free kick on the D.
Yes, yes.
It's
I am
like
actually implying that it's easier for Messi to score free kicks than penalties. He scored 31 free kicks and 31 penalties since last year, or since the last couple of years, I believe. And I only think it's going to get better from there because he's playing in a league where goalkeepers mostly have cataract, so so it should be fine. I expect him to score a lot more than this by the end of his career. He's now technically the fifth greatest free kick taker of all time.
Mm.
One
Level.
behind or two behind third place. So let's see if he can actually pull it off. Let's see if by the end of his career he can get as much free kick goals um as Tunisia Podomabumkano, for
Mm.
those who don't know, aka the greatest free kick taker of all time. So
okay.
let's see. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. But that penalty talk, that easy as a penalty. Listen, there's only one football player who takes free kicks as easy as a penalty, and that's James Ward-Prowse. Listen to me. James Ward-Prowse, if you give him a free kick, just walk out of the room if your team's the opponent. You know what's gonna happen. Just leave. Just leave. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's like Thanos. It is inevitable.
Didn't
Like
Thanos lose in the end?
oh, shut the fuck up. Listen, just shut up. But you know what I mean, right? Ward-Prowse is very good at free kicks, right?
And he's actually in a better team now, so he has
Yeah.
more to provide. Yeah, so he's gonna be performing better.
I
Yeah.
was saying this to somebody on Friday. Can you imagine if James Ward-Prowse was at Man City? Grealish gets fouled and he takes the free kicks. My God, there would be another problem at Man City, isn't it? Would be another problem.
Yeah, James Warren Prowse would definitely not start. Pep hates English players. He's gonna warm the bench. He's going to warm the bench.
That is true. I mean, he said Foden is better than Messi and he keeps him on the bench 90% of the time. But yeah, look, Messi free kicks, whatever. That's like that's what that's what Messi's left foot is for. I mean, he makes it look comfortable. The only other person that makes it look as comfortable was Neymar, and Neymar's fallen off. I mean, he's back for Brazil. He's Brazil's highest scorer now, broken Ore's record. Um, but I mean, as Randy said, the keepers have cataract in the MLS. We're gonna see him score a lot more. I mean, he has scored like two against Andre Blake, but he's never gonna score a free kick against him. You know, he's the best keeper in the world at that point. You know?
All right. Moving back to England to the Premier League and focusing on Richarlison. His plight and being in that Tottenham side and struggling to perform. We've seen little bits here and there of brilliance. Looking way back to the World Cup, he has some semblance of quality, but he's just not capable of performing. What do you guys think about Richarlison?
Hmm.
About Chelsea, you said it?
Richarlison, sorry about that.
Oh, Richarlison. Oh, okay. Richarlison Andrade. I kind of feel sorry for him, you know. I actually put him to do great things this summer. I mean, this season. As you know, we talked about him earlier in this earlier in the transfer window. Caught offside under the segment that we have going on. Um, and I expected him to do much better. Now, yesterday it's kind of sad as I said because yesterday he missed an absolute sitter, and he came off the pitch crying as a result. And while we love the banter, sometimes it's just hard to watch. It's kind of like when Timo Werner had that horrible spell at Chelsea where he couldn't score even penalty goals, and everybody actually just felt really bad for him after like the third or fourth game of him missing an absolute empty net. It's kind of like that. I feel very bad for him. I hope that he can pick himself up. I'm not sure that this move to Tottenham is working out for him. Maybe he needs to go back to his roots, maybe join a team like Everton where he will obviously be the main man always. Maybe that's what he needs to turn this around. But so far, so far it's just a very tragic tale for him.
Yeah, I mean, Richarlison for Brazil and Richarlison for Spurs is like night and day, like completely different people. I mean, when yeah, he missed the sitter, he got yanked. I think he probably thought that missing got him substituted, but that wasn't it. He was gonna come off anyway. Um, Rich, Rich. It's funny about Richarlison because he's the ultimate take the piss person. And him not scoring is funny to everybody who's ever taken the piss against, and that's literally everybody in the Premier League. Um, he scored, I think, a grand total of one goal for Tottenham in 2 years, and he is technically supposed to be replacing Harry Kane. Now, obviously, Ange seen that that's not worked, and Son has scored more goals last match than Richarlison in the last 2 years for Spurs. So I don't know what's gonna happen for Richarlison. Apparently, he was the backup option for Al Ittihad, seeing as they didn't get Mo Salah on deadline day. I don't know why they didn't make a move. Maybe Spurs wanted 100 million. Um, but yeah, I have no idea. Like, will Richarlison ever score? I got no clue. I don't think he will. I think I don't know if there's ever been a Premier League striker to go a season fully fit and just not score a goal. I don't know if there's ever been that
Well,
type.
I would like to add that Richarlison has also been heavily, heavily impacted by VAR because he has a lot of goals offside. So that plays a role in his game for sure, you know. But I think he can get back to where he is. He just needs to build up back the confidence, you know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Manu has, last minute deadline transfer like usual, Manu style. Soifan Amrabat. What do you think about him, Jackson?
Well, anytime you talk about Amrabat, right, and it's getting a bit annoying, but anytime you talk about Amrabat, they just bring up that tackle at the World Cup against Mbappe when he just snapped him in half. But he's more than just snapping people in half. I mean, I'd like to have somebody in the midfield to snap somebody in half sometimes, but it's a good signing. I mean, um, I don't know if you've ever seen the Breaking Bad reference. It was Hector and his two. I think there were his sons on the either side, the ball-headed killers. Yeah, that's basically what United midfield is, whether it's Ericsson, Bruno, or Mount at the 10. Um, Amrabat is a good player. It's a player I knew about before the World Cup, just a small bit of. I did watch a bit of Fiorentina. They were playing against Inter Milan, and I saw him, and I was like, guy can tackle, that guy can pass, and that was basically it. Then I saw him at the World Cup, and I was like, he's okay. Um, but yeah, apparently he's got a bad back, so hopefully that's nothing too serious. Um, can play in the Casemiro role, can play alongside Casemiro. Um, what else can I say about Amrabat? I mean, look, they're already, and I tell you this for free, United fans are shameless. There are some that are already saying he's better than Rice and Rodri and all those people. I'm just saying he hasn't kicked a ball yet, so I'll wait and see if he adapts to that level. But listen, it's just a loan deal, by the way. I have to keep remembering we're paying 10 million for a loan player, and then there's a buy option in May for 20 million. So we are broke, but it's a good signing nonetheless. But it should have happened much sooner.
Yeah, it's just a reflection of how the club is run and how crap we are at transfers, you know. Because
That's
paying 10 mil for a loan deal is crazy. But yeah, United does need some more legs in the midfield because we're suffering through injuries and you never know what can happen. If we lose Casemiro, the season's done. So having a player with a player with similar attributes to him that can fill in so he doesn't play so Casemiro doesn't play every single match, every single time, you know, it's good. So I do like that they brought in somebody with his attributes. Yeah, but uh I have no I just hope that his back doesn't affect him this season because, you know, injuries injuries been rough. Injuries been rough and it's all FIFA's fault, you know, with the World Cup and it's still affecting the players even now.
Yeah, it's been a truncated season, especially last season. So hopefully it's nothing too serious, like they said. Just the World Cup, just has some extra strain on him. He didn't have a preseason, so he hasn't been putting effort on it. So hopefully he's good, you know. So what
Okay.
about the Moroccan with the bad back, Amrabat?
I'm sorry I took so long. Everyone had a little call to attend to for the personal matter. Amrabat, excellent player. A little knock he won't play for us yet, but I believe that when he does, he'll be better than Rice, better than Party, better than Casemiro, better than Sergio Busquets. He'll be better than all of them. Right? He's just that good.
Really? That's a genuine
Bro, I
opinion.
told you how United fans are, and here's another example.
No, 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 no. The thing is, I wasn't just watching Amrabat since the World Cup. I've been watching Amrabat long before the World Cup. I've been watching how he plays. The World Cup just basically boosted the limelight on him. I've been a big fan of the player ever since. Similar to when Haaland was at Salzburg, I was a huge fan of him. Even before he signed for Dortmund, I wanted Manchester United to get on the tracks for him. And you know how Haaland turned out. It's kind of the same with Sofian Amrabat. He's just good. He's physically good. He can defend. He can hold up play. He can pass. And when he calls for him, he can put the ball in the back of the net. I don't see anything wrong with that. But yes, I know we only have a couple more minutes left, so I'll just jump straight into the other topic for Fry, and that is that Germany, the German Football Association, have sacked Hansi Flick after their 4-1 loss to Japan, and I don't understand why. They just lost to their natural owners. They lost to their owners. Like, what's wrong with losing to the people that own you? Right? It doesn't make any sense. But nah, in all credits though, Hansi Flick has been dropping off lately. We all remember his amazing season after they took over as the manager of Bayern, and he won everything except for the Manager of the Year award, which was absolutely biased. Since then, Germany has failed in most regards as it relates to their expectations, so I can't really blame them for his sacking. Jackson,
Mm.
great Hansi Flick time in charge of Germany. Um, Post Joaquin Low. So we're going to assess how Joaquin Low did, and we're going to use that as a sort of framework or guideline to how Hansi Flick did. So Jackson, first you and then Fry.
You know that's not fair, right? Like Joaquim Low won the World Cup, bro. It's not fair. It will always be lower. I know that he was a guy who kind of always had his hand in his pants and sniffing whatever that was. But you know he still won the World Cup. Um, that time. Hansi
Yes, but we also have to realize that the goal of any manager in a big European team is to win the World Cup.
yeah, he
If
did it.
Joaquin Lowe did that, then is his objective. But I want to know, what do you think of this player, this manager, I should say, compared to Joaquin Lowe? Even without putting the World Cup into the equation, how do you think this player? Sorry, I keep saying player. How do you think he matches up to Lowe as a manager as it relates to tactic and accomplishments on the pitch, minus the World Cup now, in order to make it more fair?
No, all right. Tactically, he's a better manager than Joaquin Low. I can tell that off the back of my head. Tactically, he's a better manager than Joaquin Low. Now he knows how to set them up in a more effective way. The problem is Joachim Low had Miroslav Klose up front, while this guy's got Kai Havertz. It's night and day, literally. Um, Hansi Flick's not really put himself in a good light anyway. He's only won 48% of his matches, which is awful as a German manager. You, any manager should be winning more than 60% once you're at a good level or a good team. Low, as I said, only thing I can think about for him over Flick over Low is his tactical setup. Right, Joachim Low, he would play the same way, even if he's down 3 or 4 nil, he's playing the same way. He's not gonna give up on it. But when he's winning, he's definitely not giving up on it. So, look, Germany are a bit knee. Look, Bayern won the league and they sat their board. Like, we know how Germans can be. So, this is not really it's not a shock, but it is a question mark.
Yeah, as it relates to Joaquin Lowe, I don't know much about him. I just know that he won the World Cup, right? I do know Hansi Flick. I remember his time at Bayern, and he doesn't have the credentials, or not the credentials. He doesn't have the accolades that Joaquin Lowe has. And as Jackson said, Germany is very critical of their managers, their players, their board, their staff, how their club is run. So they demand the best of the best out of all of those stuff, right? And if they feel that Hansi Flick is performing below his their benchmark, it's up to them to get rid of him. And to be frank, they've been right so far as it relates to um, Bayern. I don't know about the German national team. German national team has been bad, but as it relates to how Bayern is run, they've been right. Bayern still winning everything. So like, uh, maybe they'll have somebody else step in that will do better. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. And as you see, guys, this stuff has fallen off. Family matters. So, hopefully, everything's all right there. But that's it for us today on GZ. Again, thanks to Fry for coming on. Hopefully, you stay safe in Florida. No kangaroos challenge him to a 1v1. Um, any closing arguments for you, Fry, before you go?
Uh, I just want to say that Damian Lowe is way better than Harry Maguire. That will bother me tonight, even when I try to sleep. I remember you say that, so I just want to leave that out there. But that's it. That's it. You can close.
Bro, I didn't mean it was exactly the same, but there's no getting through to you people. No getting through at all. But anyway, we'll see you guys again next week. When club football is back and we actually have something to talk about. The NFL is on, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that bottle in the fridge and go and have some heartbreak of my own. Not just United give me a heartbreak. There's also the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see you next week.